Hi, Jessica with Lemongrass Spa. I'm going to do an eyeshadow look for you. It's called the Perfect Plum look. I don't have a, sorry, I'm trying to get it so it's not glare. I don't have a Pinterest image I'm going off. I'm just going off of this one in my book here. So this is good for neutral, this is a neutral look. It's good for any eye color. Okay, so I'm going to start with my eyeshadow brush, the Mineral Setting Spray, and I'm not going to follow the suggestions on the page here. Color-wise I am, but not the instructions, because I think that this will work better. Alright, so Blue Quartz is the first color I'm going with, and I put a little bit in my tray. My one side of my brush is somewhat damp, and I'm going to start grabbing the powder from the tray onto the brush here. And I'm just going to lightly go all over the eyelid here. And this color, according to this diagram, I want it up to the bone and above it. Well, actually not above it, sorry. To the bone, to the crease. So the crease is here, and I want it just past it a little bit. I'm out of my makeup primer, and I've noticed a difference in my makeup. So I need to get that ordered. The difference I'm referring to is my makeup does not go on as smooth, and I feel like it doesn't, especially the eyeshadows, like it doesn't stay. Well, it stays, but it's just not the smooth, good quality that I had when I was using primer. So primer is essential to your makeup routine if you want flawless, lasting makeup. So go stock up. Well, I shouldn't say stock up because we want it to be fresh, but if you're like me and uses makeup every day, probably buying a couple bottles wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay, so that's the Blue Quartz over the eyelids, the base, the back splash. Now I'm going to take the Plum, which I didn't grab my other brush here ahead of time, so this is not my favorite brush. It's not a lemongrass one. I gotta get another angled brush. So this would be the best brush probably for what I'm about to do. Sorry, I went really fast at the screen. So this is angled camera. My camera is focusing on the back of my room. Okay, sorry about that. So I have one that's similar, but it's smaller. Again, I'm going to spray the brush, try to. It doesn't have to be a lot. And what I like to do to start with is to go under the eye. And I'm going to spray my lid because I feel like I need a little bit more setting spray, especially where I'm putting it. So I'm putting it under the eye here as my eyeliner. So this is another reason why I like using the eyeshadows as eyeliner. I don't have to have two different products in my stash. Like I don't have to have an eyeliner and I don't have to have eyeshadow. I have both in one, or two in one. So plus I feel like with the setting spray that this stays so much better than the actual eyeliner. And it's really not, to me, any more work. Like, you're already putting eyeshadow on, so if you're using the same color under your eye as you're using on for your eyeshadow, it's already open and you're already applying it. So all of this takes, you know, practice to get where you want to be in your skill level. It's not easy the first times you do it. Really putting any makeup on is not easy, especially if you're not used to doing it, or if you're used to doing it a certain way or with different products. But don't get discouraged. I think it's kind of fun to create a look, to start looking one way and end looking another. And especially when you can create different looks, I think it's a blast. So I really enjoy doing it. All right, now I'm taking some more plum, and I definitely have too much setting spray in my lid, so I'm trying to kind of like not take any more of that, but because my brush is plenty damp, so we'll just go right in the crease now with the plum. And the other thing that they're doing in this look is actually they're doing the plum all the way across the eye here. So all the way on the top, like that. Get a little closer so you can see it all the way up here. So I like to always start from outer going in, especially when you're using the dark color. So key to remember is dark colors, you go from the outer in, light colors either middle to center or center to middle, but never outer in with light colors. Even if you're doing the whole eye, just do the center or the inner. Sorry, I was like having those moments where you're doing two things at once, and I almost forgot what I was talking about. Okay, so I'm just like making this really putsy, but you don't have to. I mean, it's not going to be exactly perfect. So next I have this poofy brush here. So what I can do, and I want to make sure I don't have other colors on here from my last application, but I can just take this and now kind of, I didn't even add any color to this brush. I'm just blending in my plum with my blue quartz. Okay. And I think I need to do a little bit more here because it seemed to lose the color. Okay, so, but what I'm trying to say is blending is key. If you can get a good blend of your makeups, different makeup you're using, it's going to look more natural. Even when you're putting on, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so harsh looking. It's going to look like, once you blend it, it won't look harsh. It'll look way better than you thought it did when you're putting it on. So don't give up. If you're starting to put it on and you're just like, oh my gosh, this is looking horrible. What did I do? I mean, obviously you can just wash your face off. It's not the end of the world. You can start fresh, but keep going and see once you blend it how it looks. Okay? So that looks pretty decent, I think. So now it says to use the Dazzle on the upper part of the eye. I like to do it in the inner also, and this picture doesn't show that, but I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to use my other side of my eyeshadow brush, which still looks like it might have some, oh no. And I'm moistening that, not a ton. Grabbing my Dazzle out of my lid. And now I'm just going to try to just give this eye a little bit more pizzazz. And so I'm going right in the middle, or the inner, even though it doesn't say to do that. But you know what? You can do whatever you want. And then it does say to go up here with it. So now I'm above the, I might as well go all the way up. I'm above the blue quartz. And this way I'm not overusing my dazzle. Like if I would start with the light and then put the darks over, you can do that, but now you've just wasted some of this product. I'm definitely liking the steps of the mid color first, dark, and then the light. I think that is the way to go. So, yeah, I'm definitely not completely like the picture, but you know, I like this better, so you gotta go with what you like I said already. Okay, so this is fun. This is good. And then I think just a little bit right here. Just to give a little bit more of a pop to this eye. So right around to the bottom. Yep. And then I'm just going to take my blending brush again and go here, here. All right, so that is, and I have to clean up the bottom under my eyes a little bit, but I have a lighten up that I like to do there, so I will do that in a little bit. But focusing on the eyes minus the mascara, this is the perfect plum look. Hope you can see okay. I think it looks pretty well blended, pretty good. I'm happy with it. So there you are. Thank you.